Yogo nirvinna chetasa tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sanyitam. This kind of a state, it is dukkha sanyoga viyoga, freedom from association with the sorrow. Dukkha sanyoga means association with the sorrow, association with the pain, agony, being subject to sorrow, being subject to the psychological issues like insecurity, helplessness, worries, and so on. Dukkha stands for all psychological issues. Any psychological problem, any emotional problem that human beings suffer from are included in dukkha. Dukkha sanyoga means being subject to dukkha, being vulnerable to dukkha, emotional vulnerability, psychological vulnerability. The yoga makes one free from emotional vulnerability. It removes the very possibility of emotional breakdown, emotional crisis. Therefore, Krishna describes yoga as dukkha sanyoga viyogam. It makes one free from dukkha sanyoga, association with dukkha, vulnerability to dukkha, and it is called yoga. Yoga sanyitam vidyat. Understand this as yoga. It is called yoga. In fact, it is viyoga. It is characterized by separation, characterized by detachment, dissociation. Because what it does, it dissociates the seeker from sorrow. It causes viyoga. Yet it is called yoga. Shankaracharya says this is called viparita lakshana. Sometimes when we give a name, the name will mean opposite of the actual meaning. For example, Pacific Ocean. We call it Pacific Ocean. Pacific means a peaceful, but in reality, it is not peaceful. It is the most turbulent ocean. So, the name, you name it in such a way that it means opposite of the nature of the meaning. Likewise, this word yoga refers to the state which actually causes viyoga. Yoga means union. In fact, it is one of the meaning of yoga. When we use the word yoga, especially in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, yoga does not have the meaning of union. There, yoga does not mean union. Yoga means focus, concentration. In fact, the word yoga can be derived from two different roots in Sanskrit. One is yujir yoge, yujir meaning to unite, to associate. The word yoga is derived from this root also. Then it means union. But when it is derived from the other root, yuja samadhau, the root yuja means to concentrate, to focus. Yuja samadhau. When yoga is derived from this root, it means concentration, focus. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, also, the word yoga is used in the sense of concentration. Yuja samadhau dhatu. Yoga is derived from the root yuja samadhau. That is why Vyasa Bhashya on Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, he says, Yogaha samadhihi. Yoga means samadhi, the focused state of mind. In this context also, the same meaning fits very well. Yoga means samadhi. But if we take the same word yoga to mean union, then it will be viparita lakshana. The one that causes dissociation is called yoga. So yoga sannitam vidyat. स निश्चयेन योक्तव्यः योगः अनिर्विण्णचेतसा सह योक्तव्यः. This yoga is worth accomplishing, worth practicing, and worth accomplishing, because as Krishna has already pointed out, it is the greatest accomplishment. Why it is the greatest accomplishment? Yam labdhva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha. Having attained this, there is no greater accomplishment. The greatest accomplishment is the one after which there is no further accomplishment. That is greatest. What is called greatest? There is no greater. If there is nothing greater than someone, he is called greatest. Likewise, after accomplishing yoga, nothing is greater. Therefore, it is the greatest accomplishment. Therefore, yoktavyaha, it is worth accomplishing at any cost, even at the cost of one's whole life or even lives together. Many people dedicate their lives, not even one life, lives together to accomplish the goal of yoga. Saha yoktavyaha. And how yoktavyaha? Nishchayena yoktavyaha. First of all, there should be nishchaya, a firm resolve. I should accomplish yoga. I should accomplish steadiness in Atma Jnana. I should accomplish the spiritual concentration. One should have this resolve, nishchaya. Sa nishchayena yoktavyaha. Here, Krishna is pointing at a, a particular nature of our mind. When does our mind start concentrating? Any work, like even studies. When does our mind start concentrating? When the mind is convinced of the importance of the task, it may start focusing. If the mind is not convinced of the importance, then it does not focus. That is why, if we have to make the children, the students, to focus on their studies, what should we do first? Convince them of the importance of studies. And if they are fully convinced, they will focus. If they are not convinced why I should study, then they cannot focus. Likewise, our mind, the mind will start focusing only when it is convinced of the importance. Therefore, Krishna says, Nishchayena, through Nishchaya, with the help of Nishchaya, a firm conviction, accomplishing yoga, accomplishing Atmajnana Nishtha, it is very important. I need to accomplish it. Therefore, I should practice yoga. I should work for yoga. I should focus on the Atmajnana. The mind should be firmly resolved. It should be fully convinced of the importance. The accomplishment of yoga should be the priority. Therefore, Nishchayena Yoktavyaha. Now, there is another problem. One might have Nishchaya, one might have a firm resolve to begin with, but in due course of time, he has started practicing meditation, but unfortunately he is not able to retain the focus. He gets distracted, as Arjuna himself will say later on. Arjuna is going to complain, I am not able to focus. I am not able to remain focused during meditation. It is true in every sadhana. We start it with enthusiasm, but after some time, we find certain problems. We find difficulty in continuing the sadhana. And it is very much true as far as meditation is concerned. There are so many obstacles. Sometimes there can be a physical problem as well. Especially when you start meditating There may be some headache. Some people get headache when they try to meditate. Some people may get some pain in the eye when they try to meditate. Some people get some congestion in the chest when they try to meditate. Some people may get tension in their muscles. So there are so many physical issues also. They can pose obstacle in a prolonged practice of meditation. And even if you overcome the physical issues, there can be issues at the mental level, like distraction. The mind does not stay. The issues at the mental level are also discussed in the Yoga Shastra. There are so many obstacles that happen at the mental level. When all these problems keep bothering a sadhaka, he may get dejected. There is a dejection. I am not able to practice meditation. I am not able to succeed. I have been trying for years, yet I am not able to succeed. When such a thought arises, most often we give up. Dejection or disappointment may lead to giving up the sadhana. Let me not practice yoga. Instead, let me do something else. Let me watch TV at that time. Therefore, Krishna says, do not get dejected. Anirvinna chetasa. With a mind free from dejection, with a mind free from disappointment. Most often we slip in the spiritual pursuit. There is a lot of backslidings. We slide back. It is like climbing a mountain. Sometimes one may slip down for a while, a little bit. Even then, he should not give up. He has to make effort to climb up. The spiritual pursuit is never smooth. Shurasya dhara nishita duratyaya. As Kathopanishad describes, it is like walking on the edge of a razor. Often there are disappointments. Often there are dejections, moments of disappointments, moments of dejection. This is not for me. I am a failure. Yet one should not give up. Anirvinna chetasa yoktavyaha. It should be practiced and it should be accomplished. Now, next verse onwards, Krishna talks about the practice of yoga. He has already described the preparation, how to sit, etc. And in brief, he has talked about how to practice also. But now he is describing the practice of meditation in a greater detail. We will read Shloka 24. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvana sheshataha manasaivedriyagramam viniyamya samantataha. First of all, one should give up all the desires, kama, to be successful in meditation, to be successful in nididhyasana, kamatyaga, giving up of kama, giving up of desires is a very important sadhana. Because as long as there is desire, the mind will remain extroverted. It will keep going outwards. It will keep wandering. Therefore, the only way to abide in the self is to be free from desires. Especially during the practice of meditation, one should make the mind free from all desires. Sometimes some desire might arise in the mind. Therefore, Krishna says, make the mind free from desires. And how to be free from desires? How to make the mind free from desires? Krishna gives a tip. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman. By saying Sankalpa Prabhavan, Krishna is indicating how to be free from desires. Sankalpa Prabhavan is a description of Kama, a description of the desires. The desires originate from Sankalpa. Sankalpa is the root of desires. What is Sankalpa? Samyak Kalpanam Sankalpaha. When we think of an object with its merits, it leads to desires. For example, there is a new model of iPhone, latest model of iPhone. I come across an ad, an advertisement, or the latest model of iPhone. I have an old smartphone, 2 years old, relatively much cheaper. And now I look at iPhone, and the advertisement describes its features, how nice it is, what you can do with it, all descriptions, all specifications, ratings, 5-star reviews. I read everything in the ad. Then what do I do? My mind starts thinking of the merits, how nice phone it is. It will be so nice to have it. It will make my life better. I can be happier if I have the iPhone. This thought pattern is called Sankalpa. I am imagining the positivities of, the merits of the given object. As I think of the merits, it produces kama, a desire. So, first stage is Sankalpa, and Sankalpa generates kama, desire. I should have the iPhone. I should have the latest model of iPhone. I want the latest model of iPhone. This is kama. And then my mind goes to iPhone, and it goes to the ways to get iPhone. How can I get the iPhone? It is expensive, 2 lakh rupees. Where will I get 2 lakh rupees? And so on and so on. That is how Sankalpa produces kama, and kama drives our mind outside, distracts our mind. Therefore, to be free from kama, first of all, make the mind free from sankalpa. Do not think of the objects. Make Be free from the thoughts dealing with any object. If the sankalpa is eliminated, karma is prevented. Sarvan kama, all the karmas. The mind should be free from all karma, free from all desires. Asheshataha, and the desire should be given up totally, completely. All the desires, sarvan asheshata, completely. Not that a little bit of the desire can remain. Even a little bit of the desire can create distraction. Therefore, asheshataha tyaktva. So make the mind free from sankalpa and calm. Then what? Manasaivendriyagramam viniyamya samantataha. The indriyagram, the group of senses, the five senses of knowledge, five jnanendriyas, and five karmendriyas, five senses of action. According to Vedanta, there are 10 indriyas, 5 plus 5. These senses can behave impulsively very often. When they behave impulsively, they can cause distraction. Therefore, during meditation, the group of senses, all the senses should be restrained, viniyamya, restrained from all their objects, samantata, from everywhere, from all directions. The senses should be restrained. And how to do it? Manasa eva, manasa eva, with the help of manas. The manas, the mind should use its willpower. With the willpower of the mind, there is no other way to restrain the senses. One should make use of one's willpower. The impulsive behavior of the senses can be restrained with the help of willpower. Therefore, manasa eva niyamya, viniyamya, restraining the senses from all sides, from all directions, with the help of the manas, means the willpower of the manas. Shloka 25. Shanai Shanairuparamit Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya Atma Samstham Manah Kritva Nakinchidapi Chintayet. In the process of meditation, willpower plays an important role. We have to make use of our willpower. In addition to that, there is something called dhritihi. Dhritihi means fortitude, the ability to withstand all disturbances. In the process of meditation, there can be disturbances from both sides, external as well as internal. There can be external disturbances as well as there can be internal disturbances. Our own mind can disturb. When such disturbances happen, one should be strong enough to withstand the disturbances without succumbing to the disturbances. It is called dhritihi. Dhriti is the quality of mind the ability of mind to withstand disturbances, to continue to practice the sadhana despite the disturbances. Dhritigrihitaya buddhya, with the buddhi, with the mind which is held steadfast in the path of yoga, with the help of dhritihi, with the help of fortitude, the ability to withstand the disturbances. The mind is supported by dhriti. The mind supported by dhritihi. Shanaihi shanaihi uparamit. One should quieten the mind slowly. Shanaihi shanaihi. Slowly, the mind should be quietened. Mano nigraha. Uparama means mano nigraha. Quietening the mind. Making the mind free from all other thoughts, all other activities. All activities other than the self knowledge. Shanaihi shanaihi uparamit. By saying shanaihi shanaihi, Krishna is indicating that quietening of the mind should not be done forcefully. Some acharyas talk about two types of nigraha. One is called krama nigraha, another is called hatha nigraha. In Jivan Mukti Viveka, Vidyaranya gives an example. There is a cow. The cow is grazing outside, and it should be brought to the cowshed. The grazing cow should be brought back to the cowshed. How can you bring it back to the cowshed? There are two ways. One is to bring it forcefully with the help of a stick, with the rope, pull the rope, beat the cow, and forcefully bring the cow back to the cowshed. It is not a pleasant thing to do. Likewise, forcing the mind to quieten, like applying brake to the mind, it is not a good way of restraining the mind. Then there is something called krama nigraha, a pleasant, methodical way of quietening the mind using proper technique. For this, Vidyaranya gives the example. Another way of getting the cow to the cowshed. You show grass to the cow, then the cow will get attracted to the grass, and slowly you bring it to the cowshed without any force. Likewise, the mind should be quietened with the proper techniques like pranayama, a soft way of breathing, a harmonized breathing, and then chanting Bhagavan's name or chanting Om, using such techniques, the mind can be quietened. The mind can be free from all other engagements. And when it is free from all other engagements, it is available for focusing on self knowledge. Therefore, then Krishna says, Atma samstham manah kritva, make the mind abide in Atma, make the mind abide in Atma Jnana, the self knowledge. Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Atma, I am the Brahman. Entertain this knowledge, entertain this thought, and make it flow continuously. Na kinchidapi chintayet, do not think of anything else. Do not allow the meditation to be disturbed by any other thought. That is how the meditation is practiced. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.